Let me record it. So when I say queue, queue is a linear data structure. This is the first thing you should know about it. Any concept when you're going inside, what type of data structure that is. So this is all about linear data structure, and followed by is queue follows the order first in, first out. As we have a queue in case of theaters, hospitals. Okay, those who is entering first will be served first. First come, first serve. That is the operation which is done in queue. Okay, can you give some real-time example where we're going to use it apart from this, where they are using right now? Queue operation example is hospitals. I'm asking about the implementation wise. People boarding in bus. Okay. Okay, ATM. Can we take printer as an example? Yes, bus ticket. Yes, printer. Yes, booking tickets. Yes, the first whoever is entering. This can be taken as example. Yes, whenever I say printer, but one printer is connected to the multiple devices, whomever is giving first print is given first preference. So I can take printer all in call centers. In call centers, you can notice that whomever is ringing first, they will be responding and the other person will be waiting in a queue. So it will be giving you some message like your call is very important, just kindly hold on for a few minutes. It is all about our call is in a queue. So until they responded, our call will be in a queue. Okay, and similarly that in memory management, everything is a queue process. Okay, memory management, everything is a queue process. If you are sending some data to someone else, he is not owning the device. So until he owns the device, the particular data will be in a queue. Okay, this is all about the operations on queue. So speaking about this particular basic operation, what are the operation can we do on queue? I told you that in case of stack, we can just do push and pop operation, right? So in queue, what is the operation is possible? Okay. So insertion and deletion, right? So what is the term you'll be using for insert and delete? These two operations is possible in queue. The term, there's the same thing. Insertion is mentioned as push in stack and deletion is mentioned as pop, right? In case of queue, what will be mentioned it? Yes, sir. Yes, Priyanka, you are right. Others, what is the terminology we'll be using it? Yes, yes, Srisha. It is all about NQ and DQ. Okay, insertion is mentioned as NQ and deletion is mentioned as DQ. Just a minute, guys. Something else is typing. Okay. DQ. These are the two basic operation: insertion, deletion. Apart from this, you can go ahead with display operation. Okay. So these are the operation where I can able to perform on a queue. And apart from it, so we should know about how many pointers is required. So when we see linked list, we have two pointer like head and tail. When we see stack, we have one pointer like top. So here, how many pointers required for a queue? Only one, Priyanka. Okay, Divya, you're right. Tanuja, fine. So for Q, it is not one, it is all about we'll be having two pointer. Yes, you'll be having two pointer. One is the friend, one is known as friend, and other will be other is known as rear. As the name, they mentioned this particular name regarding the naming convention. So friend is for it shows the beginning, and rear states the end of the queue. Okay, so let us assume the example here. Okay, we'll consider example. There is a queue which is standing. Okay, initially when the queue is not there, no, there is no queue at all. So I told you that we are going to have two person to keep track of the queue. So when there is no element at all, in those cases, our front will be of -1 and rear will be of -1. Here in case of Python, we'll be initializing none. There is no element in your queue, so it is none. The same way in rear pointer, there is no element in your queue, so this will be none initially. When there is no element at all, front and rear pointer, we'll be using two pointer to keep track of the queue. So where the queue is beginning and where the queue is ending. I should keep track of it. So when the first person is entering, so initially these two persons will be at none. So when the first person is entering inside, what's going to happen is this front and rear will be initialized to the first person. So as we do in a linked list. So when the first node is created, what we did, the head and tail is initialized to the first node, right? The same way, when the first person is entering inside, the first person, front and area pointer, both person will be at this position at the beginning of your node. Okay, I assume that one more person is coming. He is the first person, and one more person is coming along with the queue. Now, what happens? The first person will never move. The rear pointer will be moving on to the next location. So the beginning is always same. If someone is adding to the particular queue, the end is going to increase, right? So now it will be increased. So as the person is going to be added, this particular rear pointer is keep on going to move as we do in a singly linked list. Okay, your tail is going to keep on shifted, right? The same thing is going to happen whenever a person is added along with the queue. This particular rear is keep on going to be updated. So if you want to find the last person in your queue, then I can make use of the rear. Okay, by using this, I can able to find it out. Okay, so these are the 2 pointer and this is the purpose of it. Will you people write program for it? So it is a very simple scenario, right? The simple scenario here is, as we have early, we are going to implement this particular queue using linked list. So before moving on next one, let me tell you about this thing. What you're supposed to see is this queue can be implemented by two approaches. One is queue using list. So in Python, we'll be seeing queue using list, which is a very common approach, and queue using linked list. So these are the two approaches which is possible for implementation of queue. So now directly we can move on to linked list, guys. So I want you people to write a program for queue using linked list. Something else is popping. Just give me a minute. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Give me a minute alone. Sorry for it. Something else is pasted here. Just a minute, guys. Meanwhile, this is not responding. The page browser is not responding. Just a minute. Just a minute. Bear with me for 2 minutes. Let me remove this content. So let me go back here. So this is what you're discussing, right? Yes. So what is that I want you people to do is, I want you people to implement this queue operation using linked list. So list is very simple operation, declaring a list, we can do it. So linked list is something new for you, right? So we are seeing stack using linked list. Now I want you people to implement queue using linked list. So when I say queue using linked list, what are the things required? So let me give the skeleton of it. You can just fill the part inside it alone. Okay. So let me command this one. So followed by it. So what are the elements required? If at all you're going to implement in a linked list, what are the things required, guys? Come on, answer me. I'm going to implement this queue using linked list. So what are the elements required? How many classes required here? Respond me. Two classes. Yes, Soumya, two classes are required. So what are those? What are the two classes? Okay, Q class and node class. Yes, you're right. So here I believe some latency differences there. Your answers are popping little late. Okay, class. One class is node to have the data. The data and the next part. And one class is Q. These are the two classes required. And in this class, what are the operation you're going to do? You're going to have the definition of the pointer. Okay, diff underscore init. So I'm going to write only the skeleton of it, guys. I want you people to fill one by one function. Okay, so here this class is going to have one init function, and this class is also going to have one init function. So followed by it, what are the elements we told? We have three basic operation. What are those? The first operation is all about enqueue. If at all you want to insert an element to a queue, we'll be making use of enqueue. Okay, so this is your first function, and the next function is dequeue. If you want to remove some element from your queue, so I'll be making use of dequeue. Okay, and followed by self, and followed by display. So I want you people to fill these functions one by one. So already I explained you the process, how to make use of linked list. Just fill this function one by one. No need of filling this init function. So I want you people to fill the logic for enqueue, dequeue, and display. Start doing. So if you people are clear with the linked list concept, what I taught, you can just implement very easily. It is more or less similar to a single linked list only. After completing one function, you can just post your answers, guys. Okay, one by one. Soumya, don't type it directly in a chat box. What happened? One by one command will be like your code will be there and someone codes will be coming along with it. Type it in your notepad or your editor, then paste as a whole code here. As we know, when I say node, node will have two parts. One is of data part. The data part will be written as self dot data assign none. Okay. And next is the next part, right? So we'll just fill this. These are the basic requirement which is required for a node. Next, and this is all about none. Data and next part is filled with none. And followed by it, this init function here, I'm supposed to fill self dot print assign none. And same way, self dot rear assign none. So this is done. So the required elements has been done. Now let us go ahead further. I'm going to call the enqueue for the first time. So there is no node at all. This is the first time we are going to create it. So what happens? So whenever object is created, we know that a two block of data is going to be there. One is friend, another is rear, right? So one is friend and other is a rear pointer. So initially both the person are going to be none. So initially he will be none and he is also will be none. So now when the enqueue is happen, what I'll do is I'll just create an object for this particular. We'll just create an object for this particular node. So what happens here? What happens here? CUR assign node. When I say CUR assign node, immediately, okay, immediately what's going to happen? A block of memory will be created here, isn't it? A block of memory will be created here once we create a data here. So I'll write parallel here, so guys. So followed by it, a pointer will be created. A pointer named is CUR. So what is a CUR host? The address of it, assume that this 2000 memory location. So 2000 memory location will be holded by your CUR as of now, isn't it? Now what is going to happen is after this, I should insert the data to this node once after creation of it. So data can be passed during a function call, or I can just accept from the user. So this particular name of the node is 2000 is CUR. CUR has two part. One is data part and this next part. So I'm going to fill the data of this particular CUR. CUR tends to data assign. You can just accept input from the user. If you want to accept integer input, so let me mention int input enter value. Can just give some message instead of blank screen, can give some message. So now what happened, the data is entered. So if I give like 10, this will be 10 and this part will be none initially. Okay, now I want to make a connection between this node beginning and ending pointer. I should make a connection. So how will I make a connection? So before making a connection, I should check that whether already the queue is there or the queue is the first time you're going to start with it. So right now there is no queue at all. If we want to check for a condition, when our friend pointer is equals to none. So when there is no queue at all, what happen? Friend will be none, right? So if it is none, then I should make a changes. So this front and rear has to be modified. So just mention self dot front assign a current 2000 and self dot rear assign 2000, the current value. This is updated. So what's going to happen? These two person is going to be updated with the address of 2000. So this person will be updated and this person will be updated. Okay, as of now, assume that this during a node creation, this is placed as none here. Okay, so if it is called for a second time, first time everyone is writing correctly, guys. When you're going for else part, many has made a mistake. Assume that the node created is not a first node. You're going to call this one enqueue. So what happens here is again this will be called here. So as this process goes on, first node will be created. Once node is created, a block of memory will be allocated here. Okay, so once the block of memory allocated is literally like 2004 is a memory block. Assume that. So here this particular person will be CUR will be 2004. After this data will be accepted. Assume that this is 20. Now I'll check whether self dot head is equals to friend. No, sorry, this friend is equals to none. No, it is not none, right? It has some values in it. So in those cases, what I'll do is I'll mention else block. Okay, and followed by I'm supposed to modify my tail. Here when you are making mistake, don't touch your friend. The reason is for a second node, your calculation will be perfect. When you're going for a third node or a fourth node, friend pointer will not hold the next node address. Only your rear pointers hold the next node address. Okay, so now I should modify this particular next part with this particular address, right? So who is holding this address? The rear part is holding this address. So here this particular 2000 address is given with a name called rear as of now. So you can just don't consider the front node, guys. If you consider for the first attempt front node, assume that it should work for all the nodes, like third node, fourth node. Your front node will never have the address of the previous node. Here what many has made mistake. So self dot rear is 2000. So which part has to be modified? Either data part or next part. Next part is the one I'm supposed to modify it, right? Self dot rear dot next assign. Or what should be assigned with the current address? The current address is 2004. It has to be updated here. So I'll update this particular part with 2004. Okay, so now this link is made, and what is one has to be updated, our rear pointer has to be updated after this. So what will you do is you'll just mention like self dot rear assign a current. So current address 2004, this could be updated here instead of 2000. Now you can notice that our queue is following proper order. Whenever a person is keep on adding at the end, your front and rear is your rear is keep on updated, and front is the person who is responsible for tracking the beginning of your queue. So it is updating perfectly. So this is a process, guys. Literally here, this is a single linked list. Whatever we did in a single linked list, the same thing we followed here. No changes. A small change in the variable name alone. Instead of head and tail, we use front and rear. Apart from this, no changes at all. Okay, fine. Go ahead with your DQ operation, guys. We are done with NQ. You can just call your NQ as many times you want it. As many times you want to insert an element to your queue, you can call your NQ. Okay. Now followed by DQ. Go ahead with your DQ operation. So here we can't able to do it at any position. Only at the beginning it's possible. So if at all I want to remove the beginning, what I'll do, I'll just remove this node. So assume this particular node will have an address like 3004, isn't it? I'll remove this particular node and I'm going to change this address of the next element. Okay, next element address is going to be changed. Now let us write a logic for it. So here what I'll do is I'll just have a temporary variable called temp. And this temporary pointer will hold our beginning of the node, it is friend. So after this, if you want some message that is print, that which node is data, let me give some f string message like temp.data. Just for our notification, let me give, okay, temp.data. So let me mention deleted. Some message for us, guys. This is not required. Just for customized message, I'm giving this one. Okay, this is deleted, and followed by it, let me mention this modification of friend has to be made, right? So let me mention self.friend assign. So this friend has to be modified with the next one. So what is this particular pointer? So either it can be mentioned as friend or it can be mentioned as temp. Two names is given. So right now temp is also assigned with the friend. So either you can use temp.next or you can use friend.next. It's completely up to you. Okay, so I can use temp. Sorry guys, here the previous data has been selected. So I can use like temp.next. So what is temp.next? The next element address is the one which is going to be updated in a friend. So after this, what you can do is you can just release this node just by mentioning del temp. So don't release your friend at any cost. The reason is the pointer will be deallocated. Okay, we are supposed to release only our temp node. So this is done. So followed by the display operation. I believe people are clear. Hardly only these 3 lines. Okay, this message I've added the line. The logic is of only 3 lines for your DQ. And followed by it, we can just go with the display operation if at all I want to display the data. I told you that we'll be having iterator. We had some set of code, right? Do you people remember? We'll be having an iterator starting your iteration from the beginning till the end. We'll be moving on till I reaches none. The same code. There is no modification in it. So let me write it. So since I'm going to repeat the same code, I'll write directly here. Here the starting of your iterator starts with your friend, and I'm going to iterate this until it reaches null. So let me mention while itr not equals to none. So until it reaches none, I'm going to execute it, and followed by here, I'm supposed to print the data. So let me print the data here. Guys, since this code is explained twice already in the program, I'm not going to explain it again. So that's the reason I'm writing directly, guys. Okay, the same as the display operation. The normal display will be using it, right? The same thing. So you're going to take one by one data and you're going to display it, and followed by for each and every iteration, your ITR has to be moved to the next pointer. So this is done. So followed by, let me give a line break here at the end. So after one print, another print, I want some spaces. So this is all about your display operation. Okay, we did display the same thing for all the, someone is pinging, what happened? Yeah, print, empty for line break. Monica, it is for line break. For one print, another print, I want some spaces. In those cases, I can just give print alone. Line break. So by default, Python doesn't have line break, right? So here I given like, so by default it has a line break. Sorry guys. By default it has a line break since I given like ends with. No particular element is possible here. Only at the front. This is what I told you. Only at the front, no at particular position. Q cannot be, we can't able to remove the person in between. Okay, only at the front it can be done. That is the rule of a queue. Insertions can be done only at the rear and deletion can be done only at the front. Soumya, what we did, something did we make mistake? Yes. Yes, guys. Yes. I mentioned tends to. So it is all about C++. Okay, fine. Dot. ITR is equals to ITR dot next. Fine. We'll execute this one. We made small mistakes. Fine. We'll have modified everything. So enter value. Let me mention 100. What happens here? Q. No attribute called friend. Why it is? Did we make any mistake here? Just a minute, guys. Let me read the error message once. So during a NQ, It is showing current dot data. Okay, fine. Work on online compare. This line will not be worked. So what is that we did? We had enqueue, right? So we call the enqueue process 4 times. So 4 times the value has been inserted from the user, right? From the user input where we accepted it and followed by the display operation. So what happens here is this data has been displayed and I'm calling DQ. Once I call DQ, the data will be deleted. So here how it is deleted? I'm just giving some information to the user. At the end only, I'm going to remove it. Guys, don't think that if I give this message, immediately data will be deleted. The data will be deleted only when I call temp del of temp. So until this, the data will not be deleted. Fine. Are you all clear with this? So we made a small mistake, guys. The small mistake of missing of I made this much trouble. So missing of I here. Okay, fine. Okay, ma. We'll move on to the next concept. Our next concept, just a minute, let me come back to the screen. Okay. So the next concept, whatever you're going to see is tree. Okay. What is tree? So when will you go for tree? What is the type of it? So we are seeing about stack, queue, all those things, linked list. So what is the difference between this and tree? The major difference between this particular concept and tree concept. Come on, make it soon. Okay, it's a hierarchical. Okay. So hierarchical, this is what will you name it as? Okay, it uses double link list. Fine. Good. This was the statement I'm expecting. Good, Bharati. It is a non-linear data structure. So far we are seeing about linear data structure, right? So tree is a non-linear data structure where the data are not stored in a sequential way. Okay, it is a non-linear. Linear in the sense the data are stored in a sequential way, one after other. So when I go here, it is a non-linear. Fine. So then we are going to implement double linked list. Yes, you're right. Here it is implemented by using double linked list. This is all about your tree structure. Okay, double linked list will be implementing only by using tree structure. Now, let me explain you with a diagrammatic representation how is this tree is going to be there and what are the important elements in this particular tree concept. You should know about it, right? So when I say trees, the data are mentioned in a hierarchical way as you state. So just give me a minute. Let me go back. So here it is not possible to draw the diagram. So I'll explain you by using Excel sheet, guys. Okay. Listen here. So here, how the datas are arranged. You can notice that the datas will be arranged like the first data is up and followed by the next data and followed by next data. So we'll have a datas like this in a tree structure. Okay, like this the data will be there. So when I say tree in generic, so this is a collection of node. So here we use node, right? So this particular date, the particular part is called node. Okay, this is called node here. So how it is connected is, so we'll have a structure like this. The first node is connected to the next node, and this node is connected to the next node, and this node is connected to the next node. So generically, when I say trees, tree can have any number of nodes. When I say commonly, here we'll be having a node, and this particular tree can have any number of nodes. This is a common tree, guys. So a normal tree will never implement in your program. We'll implement our program with a binary tree. So what is binary tree in the sense? A node which has two nodes, which can be classified only as a further two node, then that is called a binary tree. Bi in the sense two, right? So a node which has a two classification alone, then it is called binary tree. So normal tree, it can have any type of child, any number of node can be derived from it. But in case of binary tree, we'll have only two nodes derived from it. The node which is at the top is called root node. So what is the name of this person? The name of this person is root node. Okay, the node which is inheriting from some other node. These nodes are called child nodes. Okay, these nodes are called child nodes. The child node can be further classified. Again, this can be a root node and this can have a further child node. Like inheritance, only the flow goes like this, guys. The base of the node is called, the base node is called root node, and the node which is getting some property from the other nodes are called child nodes. These are child nodes. So this acts as a child for the previous node. And these two nodes are child for this particular two nodes. Okay, and same way these two nodes are child for the previous node. So what is this here? We are keep on having hierarchy, right? So these two nodes which is from the same parent is called sibling. In the real term example, we'll be naming it as our brothers, will be naming siblings. The same thing here. The two node which has the same parent nodes are called siblings. Okay, and this is this particular, so I can just take this as this particular child node here. I can bring here. I can just name this as a parent node also. Root node is a parent node for all the nodes, guys. Okay, that's a parent for all the nodes. It's like a grandparent. It's a parent node for all the nodes. And here, when I take this as a parent, these two are child nodes. So when the two child nodes are from same parent, those are called siblings. So these are the term where we'll be coming across the tree concept. I'll show you with the implementation. No worries that we'll be seeing along with the implementation. Okay, and here when you're speaking about this particular tree concept, we'll be coming across one more term called leaf node. Okay, the leaf node is a node which doesn't have further classification. Okay, which doesn't have any further classification. Like here, assume that you're going to fill this node with the value called A, and I'll just fill with the value called B, C, D, E, F. Okay, just random value. I'm just giving this is the value of it. G, H. So here, the node which is not further classified, I can name it as G is not further classified, followed by H is not further classified, E is not further classified, F is not classified further. Then these nodes are called leaf nodes. The node which doesn't have any further classification is called leaf nodes. Okay, and here what is I'll mention is we'll mention one term called level of the tree and height of the tree. Okay, so level of the tree, how is that I'm going to state is this particular, this is known as level 0. Okay, and this is known as level 1. Yes, from the top to bottom you'll be coming level 1, and this is all about level 2, and this is all about level 3. As much as the height is there, the level is going to be incremented. Starting from level 0 will be keep on incremented. Okay, so here what is the level of the tree? The level of the tree is 3. Level of the tree is 3. And one more thing, they'll be asking about the height of the tree. So height of the tree is 1 more than your leaf node. So next is height of your tree. So it is 1 more than your levels, guys. So 1 more than your level is 4. So height will be calculated from this is your H1, okay, 2, H3, H4. So it will be calculated 1 after like this. So if you ask for the height of the tree, and this could be a height of your tree. Fine. So are you clear with the terms? These are the terms we'll be using for tree concept. Okay, fine. So we'll move on to the further one, guys. So here we'll be coming across the one more term called binary search tree. So this is all about binary tree. So I told you general tree, what is the difference? Okay. Narmada, I'll show you the calculation. Don't worry about it. I'll show you people how to have a calculation for the height of the tree. Okay. Now, when I say tree, a node can be classified further as with any number of nodes, isn't it? So when I say binary tree, a node will have only 2 elements in it. So one is your this particular element is called left child. So the whenever it is deriving, this is called left child, and this is your right child. For a parent, the can have two child, like left child and right child. So when I say binary tree, the value can be of any values, guys. Like I'll show you the creation of a tree. Like I can have like 20, I can have values like 40, I can have values like 50. Sorry, guys, just a minute. I can have a values like 50. I can have values like 60 and 60, 70, and followed by 80 and 10. This can be of any order. This is the binary tree. So it will be like a structure. So this structure will be followed. Okay, this structure will be followed. So actually they'll be giving representation by like this, guys. So since it is very hard for drawing, I took this Excel. Okay, you can imagine, assume that the structure is like this. The trees are this. This is all about the binary tree. There is no any order in it. Okay, there is no any order. It should have the two childs alone. So the other concept, whatever you're going to implement is binary search tree. That is a very important one where you're going to learn about binary search tree. So what is this binary search tree? So when I say binary search tree, we have one rule here. Okay, we have one rule. All the elements which is to left of my parent, which is left of my parent, should be less than my root node. Should be less than the root node. Okay, so the all the element which is right of parent, which is located at the right of parent node, should be greater than your root node. Okay, this is the rule. The element which is left of your parent should be less than your root node. The element those who are greater should be right side of your parent node. Okay, this is so left of parent, right of parent. So left of parent should be less than your root node. Right of parent should be greater than a root node. Or you can mention as just if this term is confusing, you can just mention left child and right child. That could be better, right? So left child should be less than your root node. Root is the parent. So your I can mention less than the parent node. That could be a proper term. Okay. Your right child should be greater than the parent node. Okay. So now let me go over some example, guys. We'll just create a binary search tree and we'll work on it. So here I'm going to take some set of values. Okay. So let me take some set of values like what I can take here, 8, 4, 16, like 3, 5, 15, 17. I believe this is sufficient. Okay. We can take this, you can create a tree. So this is a list of values. We are going to create a binary search tree from it. So the first value, whatever it is there, this is going to be a root node, guys. So whatever the first node is there, this is going to be a root node. So 8 is a root node. Okay. So if the input is given like this, how we are going to construct a tree? This is what you're going to find out here. Okay. So here the value has to be compared less than or greater than. Yes, Narmada, you're right. So here, these are the list of values. I'm going to create a binary search tree. You're going to see to it. So first 8 is taken. That is a root node which is kept. And next value is 4. So I'll check with this 8. So 4 is less than my value 8. So where should be there? Should be a left child. So when it is less than, it has only eligibility of becoming a left child. Okay. So 4 is placed at left side. Again, take the next element. Our next element is 16, which is greater than 8. So where it is placed, 16 is placed at your right side. When the value is greater, it will be placed at your right side. When your value is lesser, it will be placed at your left side. Again, the next value 3. When it is 3, I'll check with this, which is less than 8. I'll come here. Again, I'll check with this particular node. 3 is less than 4. So it is the left child of value 4. Got it? So this is how you're supposed to compare for each and everything. It will go to the leftmost. So I'll have 3 here. So again, I'll take 5. So 5 is less than 8. I'll come here. 5 is greater than 4. So this could be your right child. Okay, this could be your right child. So here 5 will be placed here. 5 is placed here. And followed by the next element is, we'll be taking till 5 here then. Next is 15. I'll take this one. I'll compare here. 15 is greater than 8. I'll come here. 15 is less than 16. So when it is less than, should be a left child, right? So I came here and followed by it. Here is the value 15 has to be placed, which is the left child of your 16. And value 17 is taken. Now I'll take 17. I'll check 17 with 16. Okay, when I check here, sorry, directly will not come here, right? So sorry guys, here 17 is checked with 8, it is greater, it comes here. By when it is checked with 16, it is greater, so this could be a right child. So 17. So this is how your binary search tree is constructed. Do you have any doubt in it? So this is the rule of it. If you have a list of value, directly it will never be constructed. So it has a rule, whatever the value which is less than can be placed only at the left side of your node. If after the value is greater, it will be placed right side of your node. So this is how the tree is constructed. Okay, now you're clear, right? So now we'll go with the important operation on a tree. So you can go with the creation of your tree, guys. So we'll see later on. We'll just work on all the theoretical part, then we can go with programmatical part one by one. Okay, so now let's next one is you're going to see how to do operation on it. So operation in the sense how we are going to display this particular data in a tree. So in the previous case, we have a simple display operation like just whenever it is a linear data structure, I can just go ahead with the one sequential flow from the beginning to end, that is fine. Whenever it is a non-linear, we have a different types of traversal. So when we doesn't have a order or when we doesn't have a structure, then we have different orders for traversing, right? There is no predefined linear structure. So here we have 3 different way for displaying a value. Here in case of tree concept, if at all you want to display a value, we'll be using a term called traversal. Even in case of your linear also, you can use it. Traversal. Traversal is the one just displaying the data of a node and moving from one node to the other node. This term is called traversal. So here we are going to say what are the 3 different types of traversal available. First traversal is all about in-order traversal. Guys, this concept is very much important, guys. Not only as a programmatical part, you may get MCQs also from it. So be clear with these concepts, okay? In-order traversal. I'll explain you detail about each and everything. No worries. So in order traversal and followed by pre-order traversal and followed by post-order traversal. So these are the 3 types of traversal available, guys: in order, pre-order, post-order, which means that the order of displaying the data varies for each and every type. So are you aware of this one already? So what is the rule for in order traversal? How will we go? Yes, you're right, guys. Okay, you want break, Lakshmi. Just we'll complete this theory part. I'll give you break, guys. Okay, no worries. In order traversal, what is the order of it? Yes, you're right. Good. So it is all about left. So just a minute. So we'll have, so something is formula is substituted. Just a minute. Let me remove this one. So we'll have left followed by root and followed by right. So this is all about in order traversal. So first left node, then right node, then followed by a root node. This is in order traversal. Whenever for pre-order, what is the rule for it? Which is given first preference for pre-order? Okay, for pre-order, good. It is all about left, root, right. Yeah, yes, right. So left followed by root, then followed by your right node. So this is for your pre-order. Yes, good. And for post-order, left, right, root. Okay. Left, right, and root. So did we make somewhere mistake? Just a minute. I believe somewhere we made a mistake here. Yes, just a minute, guys. I wrote by mistake wrong. Should be like root left and right. Sorry for it. This one is root followed by left and followed by right. So this is for your pre-order, guys. In case of post order, we'll be having left, right, and followed by root. Okay. So these are the orders, guys. Whenever we are coming from in order, pre-order, post-order, in order will work. First left is given preference, then followed by root, then followed by right. Whenever I say pre-order, it is all about root, left, and right. Whenever we say post-order, okay, post-order is all about left, root, so left, right, and root. Okay, this is the order of it. And here we do have one more order called level order. For level order, how it is going to go? For level order, so this is very easy. Level order is very easy, very common one. How the traversal is going to be there? For each and every level wise. So when I say level order, level 1, level 2, level 3, it is going to have as a level wise, guys. Apart from this, there's no variation. So we're going to have a level wise. Level 0 will be the first one. Then followed by level 1, level 2 is going to execute in a level wise. So these are the different types of traversal which is available. Yes, you're right. Yes, Priyanka, fine, fine, you're right. Okay, so it is going to execute in a level wise. Okay, guys, now we can have a break. Okay, we'll resume after 15 minutes. So we'll have an implementation of it after break. We'll resume the session. And now what is that we'll do is before going with the implementation of a program, we can just understand the flow of it. Let me give you few diagrammatic representation. I'll let you know what is the how the traversal is going to happen. So as of now, what is it I'm going to mention is I'm going to mention this in order pre-order traversal for the given tree. So this is the tree which you have mentioned, right? For this tree, if you are writing in order traversal, what could be the answer? Okay, so answer could be, so what is that? In case of in order, left, root, and right. So look at the leftmost element. The leftmost element is 3. So that is the first value to be printed and followed by root. Root of it is 4 and followed by right is 5. Okay, and then so now the left of this particular tree is completed, then followed by the root 8, then followed by the leftmost element. Okay, then followed by the leftmost element, we'll be getting like, just a minute, guys, just a minute. Okay, so here followed by, we'll be getting after 8, we'll be getting 15. Okay, then followed by the root, we'll be getting, sorry guys, it should be 15, then followed by the root element 16, then followed by a right element 17. This is the order of traversal here. This is all about the in order traversal for the given tree. So left, root, right. So left is done, again root, left, root, right. So this is the order we are supposed to follow. Whenever we come for pre-order, root, left, and right. This is the order, right? So who is the root here? 8 is the root. So 8 is the first element. Then followed by left element. Left element is 5. Okay. Then followed by the left element. So when I say left, it is the leftmost. Okay, then followed by right element 5, then followed by root element 16, then followed by left element 15, then followed by the right element 17. This is the we are supposed to mention. Clear? So this is all about your pre-order, guys. Root left and right. So root left, left. Okay. Again, right. Okay. So this is done. Root left, right is done. Again, come here. So root left, right. So this is all about pre-order traversal. Okay. And next is we are going to see is post-order traversal. In case of post-order, left, root, right. So leftmost element, who is that? We are supposed to start with the leftmost element 3, then followed by root of it is 4, then followed by right element is 5. Okay, now again left 15, again root element of 15 is, so left, sorry guys, left, are we in right path? So left, right, right, so left, right. So left, right, again will come to 17. So left, just a minute. So here I made mistake, I believe. Should be, sorry guys. Let me erase this and rewrite from the beginning. So left, right, root, right? So left, right in the sense 3, 5, 4. Left, right, root. So left is 3, right is 5, and followed by root is 4. Again, left, okay, left is 15, okay, right is 17, followed by root is 16. Now overall root is 8. So this is all about your post order. So left, left, right, root, again followed by the root of it. This is how it goes in your post order. When I come to level order, it will come from the level from the beginning. So from the beginning, what is the value? So like 8 is the first value of 0th level, and second level it will be of 4, 14, so 4, 16, and followed by 3, 5, 15, and followed by 17. This is all about your level order, level wise, first level, second level, third level. Level wise, it is going to be displayed. This is all about your level order, guys. Okay, so these are the different order of traversal. Okay, now I'll give you few one or two examples and let you know how to do it. Okay, you can just give me the answer. We can discuss about it. So here you don't, you people might have a doubt here whether this particular traversal is possible only on binary search tree. Can we do it on normal tree? Yes, even in a normal tree, this particular traversal is possible. Mostly this is implemented on binary search tree. Even if it is not a binary search tree, you can just implement on a normal tree also. For both the implementation, it's possible. So now let me show you, let me give you the diagram. You can just start writing these 4 types of traversal for the given diagram. So let me give like A, B, C, and followed by D and E. Guys, the reason behind it, this particular part is a very important one, which is most frequently asked in a data structure. This is the most important topic. When you come across tree, for sure they'll ask about this traversal. So I believe that you can able to understand the hierarchy of it. So A is the root of this particular B and C, and this B is the root of D and E. So for this, I want you people to write pre-order traversal. What is the order of it? What is post-order traversal? And in-order traversal. Followed by level order. Level order is going to be a same thing, sequential, like level order. So I want you people to answer one by one for each and everything. What is the, if this is a tree, what is the pre-order output will be there? If it is for post order, what is the output? And in order, what is the output? For level order, what is the output for the given tree? You can just mention the name of it and give me the answer, guys. Make it faster. Guys, I believe you know about the order, right? What is the order of traversal? Left root, right, left, right, left root, right. So left right root. Okay, Divya, what is that one? The first one? Yeah, given for pre-order. Okay. Narmada. Narmada pre-order. Where is C? I believe that you wrote B for C for B for C. Okay. Durga in order. In order. Where is this G? All those things coming, Durga. We don't have G at all. Divya pre-order. No, Divya, check with your pre-order again. Priyanka post order. Just a minute. No, Priyanka, check with your post order again. Anusha pre-order. Yeah, Anusha, you're right. Monica pre-order. No, Monica, check it again. Divya in order. Yeah, you're right. In order is right, Divya. Soumya wrote all these three. Okay, just a minute, Soumya. Soumya, pre-order is wrong. Post order. Post order is right. In order is also right. Check with your pre-order alone. Pre-order is wrong. Soumya, okay. Anusha, post order. Anusha, check with your post order again. Bharati, pre-order. Pre-order is right, Bharati. Narmada, post order. Yes, Narmada, that's right. Post order is right. Divya, in level order is right. Okay. Bharati, post order. Yeah, that's right, Bharati. Uma, pre-order is right. Post order is right. In order, this is also right. Yeah, Uma, all the orders are right. Priyanka, Priyanka, check with your post order again. Pre-order, pre-order is right. Post order is wrong. Check it again. Saujanya, okay. Pre-order is right. Post order is right. In order is also right. All the three are right. Okay, fine. Soumya, pre-order, you wrote again. Okay. Yeah, now it's right, Soumya. Monica, post order. Yeah, that's right, Monica. Yeah, that's right. You're good. Mm, and that's just a minute, guys. Messages are keep on popping up. Just a minute. Narmada, I told, right? In order, I told for Narmada. Mm, okay, Anusha. Anusha, you're right with in order. Monica here. The Monica here. Your answer is for in order, right? Yeah, that's right. Mm, Priyanka. Yeah, that's right. Okay, guys, fine. We'll discuss the answer for it. Okay, listen here. I'll give you one or two scenarios. Okay, we'll discuss one or three, two, three diagrams. Then you can go with the program of it. Okay. So look at here. For in order, so for pre-order, what is the rule I told you? Root left right. So root left right will give you like A, B, D, then E, then followed by C. This is all about your pre-order traversal. Whenever we come for your post order, left right root. Okay, so left right root will be getting D, E, B, C, A. This is all about post order. When we come across in order, left root right. So in case of in order left root right, D, B, E, A, then followed by C. This is all about in order. Level order is all about sequence, A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, this is the level order. You can check with your answers, guys. This is all about the level order of it. Now, let me do one thing. Let me increase the complexity and let me give you a tree which is little bigger than this. Okay, just give me a minute. Let me copy this. You can see two more scenarios, guys. Then followed by it, you can just go to the implementation. So here, A, B, C, D, E, right? Let me do one thing. Let me bring this person here. Let me write an extension of it, like E, F, G, and followed by, let me have like H, I, J, K, L. Okay, just a minute. I'll show you the flow of it. Don't get confused. I'll show you the flow just for you, making you better understand. I'm just increasing the structure of the tree. Okay, the flows is this is the parent of these two. Okay, and these two are parent of these two, and this is a parent of these two, and this is a parent of these two, and this is your left child. Okay, this is your left child. Okay, be clear with it. And this has a two parent. Now if this is the structure, now write the solution for the same three in order, pre-order, post-order. So majority of your MCQs will carry these part, guys. This one, and one more thing is stack evolution. So if time permits, I'll let you know by tomorrow stack evolution in fix to post fix, prefix to post, prefix to infix, all those stack conversion is there, right? They may ask stack conversion also. Okay, these two topics are important. So today we'll complete this. By tomorrow, if time permits, you can go with the particular part, guys. Okay, Anusha, pre-order. Yeah, that's right, Anusha. In order, Soumya. Yeah, you're right, Soumya. Good. Devi, just a minute, Divya. Post order, right? So post order, check it again, Divya. There is level 3. That is L. Okay, here. Okay. C D E F G H. That is I. Here, whatever you're stating is I. Okay, Priyanka, this is I. So post order, check it again, Divya. Narmada. In order. Fine, you're right. Divya, that is pre-order. If that is pre-order, then the entire answer is wrong. Soumya pre-order. A post-order only starts like this, okay? Mm. Your pre-order this Soumya, just a minute. Okay. Yeah, that's right, Soumya. Lakshmi in order. Okay. Yeah, that's right, Lakshmi. In order is right. Just a minute, guys. Soumya, I told, right? Post order. Just a minute, guys. I'll check it one by one. Mm, I told for Lakshmi, Soumya, I told post order, I told. Okay, Divya pre-order. Fine, Divya, that's right. Niharika, just a minute, Niharika, I'll just for your pre-order. Just a minute. So pre-order here, ABHI. Okay, fine. Pre-order is right. Post order is also right. Okay. In order. For in order. Yeah, right. Nigarika, all the answers are right. And here, Anusha, in order, what is it you wrote? HBI. Okay. Anusha, check it again. No. Divya, in order. Why when the tree structure is increasing, many were making mistake. What happened, guys? Divya, in order is right. Amulya, just a minute. Yeah, that's right, Amulya. Uma, your answer, just a minute. I'll check your answer. Pre-order is right. Post order, that's right. In order. Yeah, right. Level order, that's right. Okay, guys, listen, we'll discuss the answer. Okay, we'll discuss the answer. Meanwhile, Divya has posted. Divya, check it again. No, that's not right. Okay, listen, guys. We'll start discussing again. We'll start discuss about this. So I'll give you one more structure, no worries. Okay. So first one is pre-order. So when I say pre-order, root left, right. So here the root element is A. Okay. So A, then followed by it, we'll get B, then followed by D, then followed by H, then followed by left element E, then followed by left, so I, then followed by left element E, then followed by root C, okay, then followed by F, J, okay, then followed by its root G, then followed by K, then followed by L. This is all about your pre-order. Okay, root, left and right. This is the pre-order. When I say post order, it is all about left, root, right. So here the left element is H followed by, okay, left. So post order is all about left, right, right, left, right, root. So always I'm saying this left root. Sorry guys. The root post order is always like left, right, and root. So left is H and right is I, and followed by root is D. Okay. Then followed by E. Then followed by we'll get B and J. We'll get J. Then followed by L. Then followed by G. Then followed by, sorry guys, just somewhere I made a mistake. Just give me a minute. H, I, D, E, then followed by B, then followed by B, right? Then followed by J, then followed by L. Okay, then J, just a minute. Here I'm making mistake. B followed by J, then followed by K, right? Then followed by K, then followed by G, K, then followed by G, then followed by C, then followed by A. Okay, this is the order of it. Just a minute, let me check it. I left something. Just a minute. I left something. Here we made a mistake. Just a minute. So H I D, then followed by E B. Okay, this is then. Then yes. After J, F should be there. Yes, we made a mistake. After this one F, then followed by K. Yes. Then followed by K, then followed by G, then followed by C, then followed by A. Okay, now I believe it's right. So we left a small, yes, F and J we left it. After B, F, J. I is missing. HI is here. Narmada, I is here. L. Did we miss L? Just a minute. Yes, I missed something during the flow, guys. Just a minute. So H, I, D, E, B. Okay, followed by J. J. Okay. J, E, F. Then followed by K. Okay. K. Then followed by L. Yes, we missed L here. Here. K after this L. KLGAC. Okay, clear. So I missed L here, guys. During the flow, I left one character. That's it. Okay. So we'll move on the next one. This is all about a post order. When I come with in order, the next scenario is in order. So in order, we'll be getting left, root, and right. So here I'll be getting the first one is left element is H, then followed by root element is D, then followed by I, then followed by B, okay, the root of it, then followed by the left is done. So your right element E, then followed by A, okay, then followed by F, then followed by J, then followed by C, followed by K, G, okay, and L. Got it? H, D, I, B, E, okay, then A, then followed by F, okay, then followed by F and J, then followed by C. After C, I'll have K, G, L. This is the order of it. This is for your in order. Okay, fine. So far we have seen with this particular trees are not binary search tree. So I'll give you some example with the binary search tree. Once we complete this one, you can move on to the implementation of it. I'll give you the small structure, guys. The reason is we have only minimal amount of time after completion of this particular one. We are supposed to see coding of it. So we'll do one more program which is binary search tree, which is based on a binary search tree. So here I'll mention like values like 30 and followed by, let me give 20. What I can give here, like greater value, right? Binary search tree 39. So let me give value like 10 and followed by 25. So here less than this, let me give 35, and here let me give 42. Okay, here let me have this particular node has left child like 15 and this node has right child like 23. So now start writing this particular three traversal for this binary search tree. So this is the left child of this node and this is the right child of this node. Okay. So just give me a minute. Let me draw the flow of it. It will be more clear. Mm. The flow of it is this is the root node. So you can notice that all your left child will be less than your root node. And all your right node will be greater than your root node. Make it faster. Okay, Priyanka, pre-order. Priyanka left few values 25, 23. These values are not there. Anusha, pre-order. Just a minute. Yeah, you're right, Anusha. Monica, in order. Yeah, you're right, Monica. Just a minute, Manasha, pre-order. Okay. Yes, Manasha, you're right. Soumya. Yeah, that's right, Soumya. Divya. Divya, is it pre-order? You wrote in post order and you wrote in order and you're saying it as pre-order. Just look at the name of it. Okay. Narmada. No, Narmada, do it again. That's wrong. Your pre-order is wrong. Yes, yes. In order, Narmada. Okay. Fine, fine. Okay, Lakshmi. Okay, Lakshmi 1510. Okay. Lakshmi, check with your in order. In order, right? Yes, in order. Check it again. There is a misorder in it. Post order, Anisha. Yeah, fine. That's good. Uma, wrote all the orders. Just give me a minute. Let me check it. Yes, Uma, you're right. All your answers are right. Divya, post order. Yeah, that's right. Yes, Divya, you're right. Guys, I'll give you one more minute. Make it faster, else we'll start discussing here. Bharati, is there is any doubt? No, okay, fine. Soumya, pre-order. Yes, Soumya, you're right. Pre-order is right. Lakshmi. Yes, Lakshmi, you're right. Post order is right. Anisha, in order. Fine, that's fine. Monica. Monica, in order. Okay. Post order. Fine. Pre-order. Monica, check with your pre-order. Okay. There is some errors there. Soumya, post order. Yeah, it's fine. Bharati, post order. Yeah, that's right. Lakshmi, post order. Lakshmi, is it post order or pre-order? No, your answer is wrong for post order as well for pre-order. Modified. Lakshmi, modified. Okay. Priyanka, post order. Yeah, that's fine. Pre-order. Yeah, you're right. Okay, guys, listen. We'll start discussing this one. Okay, listen here. The first one is you're going to see with the pre-order. So pre-order is all about root, left, right. So here we'll be getting for pre-order, we'll be getting 30 is the root, followed by 20, then followed by 10, then followed by 15, then followed by 25, then followed by 23, then followed by 39, then followed by 35, then followed by 42. This is all about pre-order. When we come for post order, it is all about left, right root. Okay, so we'll just go on. The left element is not there, so we'll start with right element 15. So if the left element is not there, what we are supposed to do? Start with the right element. Okay, so 15, root 10, followed by 20. Sorry guys, sorry, followed by 23. It's not 20, it's followed by 23, then followed by 25, then followed by 20, then followed by 35, then followed by 42, then followed by 39, then followed by 30. This is all about your post order. Next is in order. In order is left, root, right. Okay, left, root, right. So here we'll come for in order like 10, 15, 20, 23, 25, 30, okay, 35, then followed by 39, then followed by 42. So this is all about the in order. So if people can check with the answer, those who are completed. So I'll check for majority of your people, and others, those who are completed, you can check with these answers. Are you clear with the traversal, how to do it? Do you have any more doubts? Shall we move on to the implementation of it? So far we have seen theoretical part of it. Okay, fine guys, fine. You people are clear, right? Okay. So later also you can work on it. You can just work on it. You can ask me in the next coming, forthcoming classes. You can ask me if you have doubt also. You can just take any trees. You can work on it. Now we'll move on to the implementation part. So we are seeing as a theoretical, this is fine. This is how it is executing. When I go for a programmatical part, how it is going to be there. We want to know that also. So we'll go further. So before going on to further, you should know by using how it is implemented. So here, this is implemented by using a linked list. So when I say linked list, it is all about a node, right? So here I have I have to maintain two addresses, not only one address for my left child, and I'm supposed to maintain one more address for my right child. So here the singly linked list is not possible. So I need a doubly linked list here. So got it. So what is required here? Doubly linked list is required. So one element is to store the left address. Okay. So one is to store the left address. Okay. And other is to store the right address. Okay. And here is the data part. So what is the structure? This is the structure of a doubly linked list. So in case of singly linked list, we'll have a node which has the address of a next node. So here we'll have the address of the next node as well as address of the previous node. These two nodes are stored in a doubly linked list. Now we'll go to the example. We'll see how to implement this doubly linked list, and further we can just go ahead, guys. Now let me go on to the program directly. So here we are going to have two classes. So what are the classes? One class is called node. So one class is called node. Okay, this node class is going to have overall 3 elements. So here let me have a init function. Okay, and here this is going to have the data part as usual. Okay, data part is going to be there. Okay, and next part is, what is the next part is? The next part will have a two part. One is a left node. Okay, and other is a right node. So previously we had only the term called next. Here I'm just segregating by left and right. So what happens initially, a node created with a value of left and right. So boxes of two addresses is created. Now what is that you're supposed to implement here? Here we are supposed to create a binary search tree. So let me give it as BST. So again, going to create a binary search tree. This binary search tree is going to have a function in it. So here, what is the pointer we are having? In case of linked list, we have head and tail. In case of your stack and queue, we mentioned like top, and here we mentioned like front and rear. Here, what is the element we are having is, we have only one element. Who is that? This particular element is the base, and this element is called root node. So whatever the operation you are going to do, you're going to enter only with the root entry. Is that clear? From the root only I'm going to enter it. So will not have the any other. Okay, what is there? Someone has typed in chat box. Just a minute, I'll check with the code, guys. Third line. Okay, we'll check it. Okay, I'll just let you know. Okay, semicolon I have given it. Okay, I'll mention as colon. Okay, fine. Listen here. So whatever the node is here, we're going to have only one entry point. That is all about root. So now let us go here. Did I give colon? Yes, guys. Okay, fine. So here we are going to have only one element. That particular element is called root. You are with me? So one element is going to be there. The particular element is called root. Initially is going to be none. So root is the parent for all the nodes. So whenever you want to execute it, we are going to execute by using the root node. Okay, by using this one, you're going to execute it. So this is done. Now here I'm going to mention few operations. So we're going to see what are the operation you're going to do here. So here first we can create a link binary search tree, guys. Then you can go ahead. So here I'll do one thing. First, let me create an object for it. Like, so let me mention BST assigned BST. I'm just creating an object for this particular class. And here assume that I'm going to call this particular BST for creation. The first one is you're going to create it, or you're going to mention it. We can mention as either as insert or create. I'm going to insert the node to the tree. So you're going to see how is that you're going to do this. So I'm going to mention BST dot insert. So I can insert the node whatever I want. Let me insert some random data, guys. Okay. So I'm going to create a tree. So let me call it twice or thrice. So 1, 2, 3. Just a minute. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me mention some value where I'm going to insert it, like 5, 4, 6, 1, 0, 3 is there, right? 2. So assume that I'm going to create a tree by using insert. There is no tree at all, just a basic structure is there. After this only you're going to create a insert function. Okay, so now we are going to see what is the process for this insert function first. Okay, so here let us go ahead with the create operation. So you're going to mention the insert operation. So let me write a function for insert. So def insert. When how was it I'm calling the insert? I'm calling a insert along with a value called 3 or something, right? So here I can just receive the value with a variable name called data. Okay, so here let me mention here like self comma data. So what is this data? Whatever the data passed from the user is received here by using data. And here I'll apply if condition. If my self dot root, which is that nothing but the same condition what you check this, whether you are going to create the tree or we are going to add the node along with the existing tree. So further, what is the condition is if self dot root is none or equals none. It's completely up to you guys. Either you can equal to condition or none. So I'm going to check whether it is none or not, whether my root is none. If it is none, what does that mean? The node whatever you're creating is a new node. So what I can mention is I can just mention current node, either CUR or CRT, whatever the naming convention you want, you can keep. Let me mention CUR. Okay, current node, assign node. So what's going to happen? A node is going to be created. So here previously I made two steps, right? Assigning separately. So if I pass data along with it, what's going to happen? This particular init function will be invoked, guys. Listen here. Previously I wrote one method. Now I'm writing another method. Previously we'll just create an object. Then you will be mentioning cur.data assign. Okay, this input value. Either you can mention like this, or you can just pass this data, whatever you received here, you can pass this data as a parameter for a node class. Okay, you can pass this value as a parameter for a node class, and here you can just receive this data. You can just receive this data here. Okay, and you can assign for the data here. Okay, so the same process, guys, I'm writing in the other different way. Are you clear with this? What I'm doing here? This data is passed from here during your object creation. It is received here, it is thrown here, and it is assigned here. Is this clear? Shall I go further? Okay, fine. Now the values is assigned. So followed by it, what is that I'm going to do here is I'm going to make my root node to the current node. So I can mention self dot root assign a current node CUR. This is done. So when it is done, this is all about whenever the node is created as the first node. There is no tree at all. The node we are creating is the first node. If at all, okay, assume that the node is already there. Okay, so according to this particular condition, the first node. So what is the Priyanka? In class node, why we didn't define the root node? So here it is. Priyanka, root is here. Got it? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Listen, yeah. Here, as per the scenario, we will have the three, assume the three is the tree which is created, which is a node, root node, which is done. When this is called for a second time, okay, when you're calling this for a second time, what happened? I'll check this is a binary search tree, right? Whenever it is a binary search tree, we know that this particular data will be compared with the root data. This data is greater than this, so this should be added to the right side of it. Isn't it? This should be added to the right side of it. Now we'll see how what is that we are supposed to do if I want to add this to the right side. Okay, that is the next step you're going to go. Here, else block of it. Else, if this condition is false, what is that you're going to do is I'm going to call one function called insert node, or I'm going to write a separate function called insert node to decide whether the particular insertion has to be done in left or right. So I'll have a one function call insert node. This is our own creation, guys. Okay, so what will I'll pass is I'll pass my root node. Okay, if it is not the first node, say somewhere root will be there, right? I'll pass the particular root node followed by the data to it. So this is a one more function call I'm having inside this function. Whenever it is not a first node, immediately I'll call the insert node one more function. Okay, now we'll just go and define this particular function, the logic of it, how to decide left or right. Now let me copy this. Let me define it in the next line. So whenever you want to decide left or right, I'll add a separate function, insert node. So I'm going to call it in the insert node, the first parameter is self and your next parameter is your root node. Either you can just make it as root node or you can just keep it as a current node and followed by the data node. So what are these? These parameters are received here. Root and current data is received here. Now by using this, I'm supposed to insert it. So here, this is not a first node. Now what should I compare? I should compare this particular root node with the data. Okay, that is the next step I'm supposed to do here. Once after reaching here, I can just mention if my, just a minute guys. I can mention if my data is less than or equals to current dot data. So what is current here? The root is considered as a current. So whether it is less than or equals to current dot data, I'll have some operation. Okay, if this is not equal, I can check if this condition is false. I can check for one more condition, elif whether the data is greater than your current dot data. Two condition I'm going to check it, guys, whether the data is less than my current dot data or it is greater. So as per the right now condition, the data is taken as 5, which is greater than the current dot data. So current is considered as a root node, guys. So 5 is greater than your node. Now what is it I'm supposed to do? I should decide this when it is greater. I should just know, I know that it should be inserted at the right side of it. So directly I can't able to come and insert right side. I should check whether already node is there or not. Isn't it? I should check whether node is already there or not. Then only I can insert. If the node is not there, then I can insert it. So here I'm going to apply further condition. Guys, listen this part. This is very important. So I'm going to apply further condition here. I'm going to apply if condition. If my current dot right. So if I mention if current dot right in the sense, it literally means that not equals to none. Okay, the condition. So if my current dot right, when it is here, what is that is? I can mention if my current dot right in the sense, here I'm checking whether there is value in the right node. So just let me write a command here. I'm checking that currents. Okay, current is nothing but roots right is filled with value. I'm going to check it. So if it is filled with value, again I'll call this insert function, insert node with these parameters. Okay, insert followed by insert followed by just a minute guys. Insert followed by currents right again, current dot right, then followed by data part. So whenever this particular node, assume that we have a 3 here and this have some data already. You want to insert, for example, you want to insert 7. So if I check if current dot right, it will give you true. When it will give you true, whenever this particular current dot right has some addresses, it will give you true. When it has some address, again I'll pass current dot right. So this node will be passed along with the new data again. So which means that this process has to be called again iteratively until your current dot right is false. Yeah, with me guys. So immediately once you find the data is greater than your data, this particular data is greater than your current dot data, I can't able to do it. So if I find that 5 is greater than 3, sorry, example, assume that the two nodes are there, 5 and 3 and 5 is a structure already there. We have 7 here. Okay, if I want to insert it, 7 is greater than 3, fine. Immediately I can't insert it. I should check is there is any other node which is following this 3 on the right side. So that is what I'm checking if your current dot right. So current is a root node. Root's right node has some data. If it is there, it will give you true. If it is so, again pass this 5 and this data and check which is greater. The same node is called. In case if this condition is false, there is no data in it. Now directly you can insert it just by specifying, just a minute. Just by specifying else part for it, else here followed by current dot right assign your new node. Whatever the node is there, you can just mention a node and pass the data to it. You can create a node, you can pass the data to it. So are you all clear with this process? So I have written for your right side, guys, not for your left side. I have written for your right side. This is this clear? Come on, respond me. This is a recursive process, guys. You want to explain again? Okay, fine. I'll explain it. I'll explain. No worries. Listen here. So here, assume that for the first time I created, I call this no. So 3 is done. Okay. Second time I'm going to call this insert function with the value 5. The first call is 3. The second call is I'm going to call by using 5. So if I call 5, I'll check self dot root is none. It is not none, right? So Priyanka, which you want to explain? The class itself. You want the class to explain. From the class you want, guys. Okay. I'll explain from the class itself. If you're having a lot of confusion, no worries. I'll explain from the class itself. Listen, yeah. From the beginning, I'll explain you. No worries. Guys, all your questions will be answered. Listen. Yes, guys, I'll explain from the beginning. No worries. Listen, yeah. We'll start. So here, this particular class, this particular node, I believe you clear. We have 3 data, data left and right. So here this is going to have a root node. Here we are not having any like front and rear or head and tail. We doesn't have. So we have only one entry point, that is root. So I'm just making the root node. So the overall base node is called a root node. That is the entry point for all the traversal. Okay. So I'm just initializing this root as none. Okay. So here I did this one and followed by it, I'm going to go ahead with the operation. First one we are going to see with the creation of a node. We are going to create a tree. So we are going to assume that first time you're going to create a tree by calling the passing a value 3. So what is that I want is I want a tree to be created with the value 3. So when I call it, what happened? How the structure has to be? The structure has to be 3 is the root. That's the first time you're calling it, right? So 3 is called. So whatever you're passing first time, that is the root node. This has to be created. So first time what happened? Right now this data 3 is passed. I'll check whether self dot root. So assume that we have one person called root. So initially, what is the value I told you? The initial value we are assumed to form is none. So initial value is none here for him. Okay, just assume it. So I'll check if self dot root is none. Yes, initially when there is no node at all, no creation at all, when the object is created, self will become as none. So root will become as none. So this is none. So my condition is true. What I'll do is I'll mention cur assign node of data. So when I mention cur dot node of data, what happened? A node is going to be created here, isn't it? So let me erase this. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me have a boxes here. So initially there is a person called root and he is none as of now. Okay. Now we are going to call this node data with the part 3. We are going to call this particular data function insert with 3. This function is called with the value 3. So when it is called, I'll check self dot is none. Yes, your root is none. So what happens here? A node will be allocated and we'll have a pointer for the node CUR. So once I allocate a node, this is doubly linked list. It will allocate like this. So we have left root and data, right? So it will be allocated. Initially, what is that I'm going to pass here is inside this particular node, what I'm passing? I'm passing data. So when I pass data, what we did here, we are just assigning for the data part of the node. So data, whatever I'm passing here will be received here and it will be assigned for the self dot data of the node what you're creating. So now what happens? This particular data what I'm passing will be assigned here. So during this operation, it will be assigned here. We are not writing as a two-step as we did early. I'm writing those two steps in a single line. So when this line is executed, make sure that whatever data passed here, from here it will be thrown back to the this particular class called node, and here this data will be received and assigned for the data part of it. So in a node, data part is at the center, it will be assigned there. So this is assigned and followed by it, I'll make my root node as a current node. I'll make my root node as a current node. So assume that this particular address is like 5004. So 5004 is right now is a root node for the particular tree. This is for the first time. So till this, are you clear? Till this, do you have any doubt? No doubt. You're clear, right? Shall I proceed? Okay, fine. Okay, guys. And next one is in case whatever the node I'm going to create next time instead of 3, I'm going to call the same insert with the value 5. I'll come and check here if self dot root equals to none. No, it has some values like 5004 is the value, which means that the tree is already there. It is not the first value. So in those case, what should I do? I'll go with the else part. In the else part, what is I'm checking is I'm going to write a logic for inserting a node. The reason is insert is not happen blindly. Insert is happening based on the comparison. I'm comparing the right now data with the existing data in a node, then I'm inserting it. Now come to here. So what is that I'll pass? The root node here your passed is. So I'll call this particular insert root node. It'll come to the else part and this will be called. So your root is 3. The and follow your data is. So right now the data whatever you have taken is 5. Okay, once this function is called, automatically this function call happens here. So right now your current will be 3 and your data will be 5. So I'm going to check here 5. Okay, literally what is current here? 3 is the address of this particular 5004, guys. This address will be passed here. So just a minute. So it is very hard here, right? So yeah, address will be passed like 5004, not the data. Okay. So root in the sense address of it, and the same way 5004 will be passed here. Okay. So here 5000's data has to be taken and compared. So I'm going to check 5 and 3 here. 5 less than or equals to 3. My condition is false. If my condition is false, I'm going to check one more condition, 5 greater than 3. Yes, my condition is true. When it is greater, where should I insert my data? At the right side of it. Now I'll check my condition if CUR dot right. So what does it mean? The node is there. Okay, the node is there. CUR dot right in the sense I'm just checking if this particular right has some addresses. If it is not having some address, what will I mention? I'll have none. So when it is none, our condition become false. So as of now, I'll check whether right now 5 is greater than 3. Condition is true. I'll come inside. I'll check CUR dot right. So cu1 dot write, right now it is none. Our condition is true. Okay, it is not filled with the, sorry guys, it is condition is false. So whenever that is not filled with the value, condition is treated as 0. When it has some address, some value in it, then it is treated as true. So right now there is no value in your next part, so the condition is treated as false, so it comes here. So what happens? Your cur dot write, your cur is this particular 5004. So this is what your cur, right? 5004's right part, okay, is assigned with the new node what you're going to create it. So I'm going to create a new node by calling the object of, I'm creating literally what is I'm doing here. I'm creating object, right? This is what we did. Cur assign node of data. I'm creating an object and assigning in cur. Here, instead of assigning in cur, what I'm doing is I'm going to assign in the cur's address, the current address. This particular name we are taken as cur. Cur's right portion has been initialized with the new node what you are creating. So this particular node address, assume that this is 4004. This 4004 will be assigned with your root node address. You're just initializing here, and followed by data is passed here. So whatever the data you're passing will be assigned. Okay. In this case, whenever the condition is false, this will happen. In case, assume that I want to insert one more node like 7. I want to insert the next data like 7. Okay. So here, just assume there is a scribbling, lot of scribblings are there. Just try to view it, guys. Here, if I erase one thing, the entire thing will be erased. So let me try if there is possible to erase the data at this part alone. Okay, fine. This is fine to erase. Okay. Guys, let me complete this process alone. The remaining things we can just go over tomorrow. Listen carefully. Now I want to insert the data 7 to it. So what I can do is I can check 7 with 3. 7 is greater than this. So here, sorry guys, let us go from the beginning. Right now we'll take the data as 7. Okay. So I'll check whether self.root is none. No, it is not none. Condition is false. I'll come to else part. This will be called who is your root? Your root is 5004. He is your root now. And what is the data right now? We are having 7. Okay, this will be passed here, and I'll check the data part is 7, and cur data is the data is in this particular current node. What are 5004? It is 3 is taken. So 7 greater than or equals to, condition is false. Coming to here, 7, so 7 less than, sorry guys, 7 less than or equal to, condition is false. Coming down, 7 greater than 3, condition is true. Now I'll check cur dot write. So cur dot write, in the sense the right portion of your current has some address. So your condition is true now. So when the condition is true, again this insert function is called. What is the parameter? Your current dot write. Okay, what is your right here? What is your current right now? This particular 5004 is the current right now. So dot write is 4004. So 4004 will be passed as your next address, and the data again 7. So now what happens? Again, this particular 4004 data is 5. So I'll check 7 less than or equals to 5. My condition is false. Again, I'll come back. I'll check for a right node. So when it is none, this process will be initialized. So this is like a recursive process, guys. Are you all clear with this? Come on, answer me. Clear with the process? Yes. Okay. The same thing is going to be mentioned for your left side. This is for your right side, right? So here in this case of left, the same block, okay, at the same block here, instead of this current dot right, I mentioned current dot left. I'll mention here as current dot left. So here also left, wherever right is there, it will be of left. That's it. The remaining rules are same. So remaining things are same, guys. There is no variation at all. The last else is used for which last else, ma? This one. Are you speaking about this one, Priyanka? This else part you are speaking about? So this is all about when there is no more, which means the current node is none. So after the, but whenever this right part is none, I'm supposed to create a node here, right? When this is none, I'm supposed to establish a connection. So when this condition is false, when there is no more node after this will be false. So it will be coming here and I'll create a node. I'll create a node and this node address will be stored in a currents, right? This particular part, that at the part of the node address will be assigned here. Got it? Clear with this particular line? This is also a very important line here, guys. Here, instead of assigning for a pointer variable, here I'm just directly taking the address of it. So line number 15. Guys, that is a function call. Narmada, that is a function call. Function call, function with a parameter. Here you mentioned, yes, self is not required. Yes, yes, Narmada, you're right. Self is not required. That is actually self dot. Unknowingly, I mentioned as comma. That is dot, Narmada. Self dot, guys. Root, we are accessing root. Okay, fine, fine. Okay, guys, we can just stop till this. We are done. How to create a binary search tree. The traversal program, the traversal functions, we can just continue by tomorrow. Till this, what is the process we have seen? We have seen how to create a binary search tree. The displaying of the data can be seen tomorrow, guys.